Man, there's so much to talk about with the first day of Gamescom 2019. Of course, there were no big conferences or nothing like that, but there's a lot to talk about. There's about Xbox Gamescom. There's about Sony acquiring a developer. There's about Google Stadia. There's so much to talk about. Let me just go ahead and get it right into it, y'all. First off, I gotta talk about my beloved Xbox. Do you see this Gears 5 campaign footage? Do you see this footage? Listen, man. A lot of people said they was worried about the campaign because they didn't show it. A lot of people were saying something's wrong with this damn campaign because they're not showing it. For those people that said that, do me a favor. Go in the mirror, get some Windex, make sure it's nice and clean, clean off the mirror and smack the shit out yourself. Please. No, but honestly, the game looks absolutely amazing. Oh my God. Not just the campaign, the horde mode looks incredible. Gears 4, I played the horde mode more than any other mode. I finished the campaign. I played a little bit of the multiplayer, but the horde mode was my shit. And this one looks absolutely incredible. But Inside Xbox to me was actually pretty decent. They had a lot of good announcements, a lot of new games to show. I know it was multi-plat, but they had DLC that I didn't even know was coming. Like Metro Exodus has a DLC coming out tomorrow. NBA 2K, they showed the trailer for My Career. Man, that's amazing. That's great. Now I know some people say, Xbox didn't show anything. Listen, man, it's Inside Xbox. They're not going to announce anything big. But to be honest, this might have been the best Inside Xbox has ever had. Now, I know that's not saying much, but this was a pretty decent show. I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed the footage that they showed. The Blair Witch looks incredible. And that thing is going into Game Pass. And speaking of Game Pass continues to just impress. DMC 5 is in there today. Devil May Cry 5 is in Game Pass today. And a game called Kingdom Come Deliverance. It's a game that I was interested in. I just didn't think I was gonna like it enough to spend $60 for it. Well, guess what? It's now in Xbox Game Pass and I can just play it, download and play it. So yes, man, for those guys hating on Xbox Game Pass, just stop. Just cut it out. It's a great service. And if developers keep on putting their games in there, it must be beneficial for them. I'm just saying. So, like I said, Inside Xbox was actually a pretty decent show. It was a lot to watch. They showed some more gameplay footage of The Surge 2. You know, I enjoyed it, man. I know some people are going to hate. I know some people are going to say, it's all that, it ain't all that, ain't all that. It was trash. You know, mostly PlayStation guys, but I thought the show was pretty good. I would say I actually enjoyed Inside Xbox Gamescom 2019 over E3 2019. But that Gears 5, man, whew, that looked amazing. And I'm not just saying that because I'm an Xbox dude. The shit looked incredible. But going on to some other stuff that I saw today. First off, Google Stadia. I don't know what the hell that was. You know, the technology of game streaming really interests me. Obviously, Google Stadia doesn't have any big exclusives right now. They have a couple of, indie exclusives. But they're going to have the same games as Xbox and PlayStation. But the show was shitty. It was a little boring. They showed a lot of shitty games. I didn't even watch the whole thing, but I knew it was shitty. But let's get to some more stuff about today. Because as a gamer, I love days like this where there's a lot of gaming news, a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of stuff to watch. I absolutely love it. And Sony acquiring Insomniac Games is big. I love it. We all know I am an Xbox guy. But damn, man, that's big. I mean, Spider-Man broke all types of records. And Sony was going, hey, man, y'all got to come aboard. I actually read a tweet saying that Sony has tried to buy Insomniac for years, and for years Insomniac would say, we want our independence. We want our independence. But let me tell you guys something. In 2019 and beyond, these games are only going to get more and more expensive. And as you can see, Microsoft buying up all of these studios, Sony's going to buy more studios also. And these developers, they ain't got time to be playing games. They have to feed their families, they have to provide for their families, and they can't be out here being mercenaries like they used to back in the day, because they might not be able to get a job. Now, Insomniac is a quality developer. Of course, they would be able to get jobs, but hey man, Sony said, yo, we need you guys. Insomniac said, to hell with it. Let's just be part of the PlayStation family. So I love it. I know some Xbox guys, they don't like it. Come on, man. This is good for gaming. Now, but I do have a question. Do you think Sony would be acquiring new studios if Microsoft didn't? In my opinion, I'm not so sure. I think Microsoft buying up multiple studios, creating one from ground up, is great, and Sony sees that. Therefore, competition is great, ladies and gentlemen. It is. I really believe Sony would not be buying studios if Microsoft didn't. Just my opinion. I obviously could be wrong, but how could we know? Who the hell knows, right? Well, anything. The last thing I want to talk about this glorious day for gamers is Death Stranding. Now listen, man. I'm sorry, PlayStation guys. This game still can come out and be great. But what the hell is going on with this game, man? I'm sorry, man. I can't continue to act like I care. I'm going to get the game because I buy all games for the most part, all big games. But this game is some absolute foolishness. This nigga was asleep on his boxes. He got up and took a piss. He delivered some pack. First of all, he's really a delivery guy. I mean, it was pretty obvious in the earlier trailers from years ago, but this dude is really a delivery guy. He went to some place and dropped off some packages for Jeff Keighley. Now, what the hell? Jeff Keighley is actually in this game. I mean, that's cool, I guess, if you're Jeff Keighley. If you're not Jeff Keighley, you understand the bias he has for Kojima. But the game, I'm sorry, PlayStation fans, that game looks like open ass. Like I said, I'm going to buy the game. I'm going to play it. I just don't really understand what's going on. Some people say, hey, Dirt, you're not supposed to know what's going on in the trailers. Hey, man, we've had 3 trailers. Nobody has a freaking clue about this game. So, yeah, man, I don't know. Death Stranding looks terrible to me. Google Stadia, little direct or Stadia support, whatever the hell they call it, look like shit. But Xbox, Inside Xbox, I thought was pretty decent today. Sony dropped some big news with them acquiring Insomniac Games. That's great stuff, man. And I really mean this. I ain't just talking. I really mean this shit. Some people said, Dirt, man, you might be a closet pony. Let me tell y'all something. I am not a closet pony. You can look at my trophy score and look at my achievements and tell I'm an Xbox guy. But I love all this gaming shit, man. I do. And like I mentioned earlier in this video, today, days like E3, and even in November when Xbox has their XO, which they said is going to be big, but I'm not going to get hyped for it, but they said XO in London 2019 is going to be big. I love shit like this, man. And if y'all watch my videos, if y'all are in this community, trust me, y'all love this shit too. Anyway, y'all, I'm out of here, baby. Peace and love.